Hello guys. So in this video what I want to do is I want to go over how to do two-step linear inequalities. So in the last video that I did one step, and now I'm doing two-step. So so basically I'm going to do three examples, and also I'm going to show y'all how to graph them on the real number line. So it says solve each linear inequality and graph the solution on the real number line. So the first one we have is -1 plus 4x is greater than or equal to 3. Excuse me. So we're gonna write it down. So then what you're going to do here is, let's see. Okay. So what you're going to do here is you're going to go ahead and add 1 to both sides. And this should give you 4x is greater than or equal to 4. And then divide both sides by 4. And this should give you that x is greater than or equal to 1. Now, this is how it would be in an inequality form, basically. In interval notation, it would be so it'd be bracket, and then 1 to infinity, parentheses. So then, to graph this, this on the real number line, I'm just gonna go ahead and I'm gonna go ahead and do like a very basic number line. You don't have to put a lot of numbers on it. I'm just gonna do like -3, -2, -1, 0, 1, 2, 3. Since as long as you have the number on the number line that you're saying is greater than or equal to, or whatever it is, then you don't have to do a whole number line. Now, if they give it to you, if they give you a number line, then just use that to draw graph your inequality. So we're going to go ahead and, so we have is greater than or equal to 1. So now when it's greater than or equal to, we're going to put a closed dot at 1. And we're going to shade all the real numbers that are greater than or equal to 1, right? So we're going to shade to the right. And so this would be how you would graph it, right? I also want to say that I went from easy, so the first one was a pretty simple one. Now the second one is going to be a little more complicated, so we're going to go ahead and look at that second one. So it's x minus 2 over 2 is less than -11, right? So this one is not really that complicated. I mean, I guess you can call it like medium level. What you really have to do here is you just have to multiply by 2 on both sides, and then you get, so this cancels out, you get x minus 2 is less than -22. So number 1, multiply by 2 on both sides and cancel out, and then here we're going to do plus 2 on both sides, and this should give us x is less than -20. So then you're just going to go ahead, I'm going to do the same thing that I did in the last example. I'm going to just draw a number line. As long as you have -20 in there, you're good to go. So I'm going to put, I'm going to do a number line, and I'm just going to put, you don't have to go from 0 to 20 or 0 to -20. You can just do like, this can be -20, and then you can go -19, negative 18. I always like to do it in the middle or like not very close to the edges, because that way you can shade it wherever way you want if you do it in the middle. I hope that makes sense. So we have this, right? Let me go ahead and finish drawing it. Okay, so we have x is less than negative 20. Now, when x is less than a, what we would say is this as an interval would be from negative infinity to a, right? To a. So when we have something like this as an interval, so an interval notation, this would be from negative infinity to negative 20 with a parentheses on both sides, because negative 20 is not included in the interval. Now, instead of a closed dot, we're going to do an open dot. So when it's less than or greater than, we do an open dot. When it's less than or equal to or greater than or equal to, we do a dark circle or a closed dot, right? So we're gonna do a negative 20. So we're gonna put it at negative 20. So it would be like this, and then we're shading all the real numbers that are less than negative 20. So it'd be like this, right? So that is how you do this one. Okay. Okay, so this is the last one that I'm going to go over for this video. So we have negative 6 times the quantity 5 plus x is greater than 108. So the idea here is you can go ahead and distribute the negative 6, or you can divide both sides by negative 6, but you have to switch the sign. I'm gonna do it by distributing. Okay, so we're just gonna distribute the negative 6. So number 1, distributive. If y'all hear noise in the background, it's the TV. So then distributive property, and then so this will be negative 30 minus 6x is greater than 108, and then we're going to go ahead and add 30. So add 30 to both sides, right? So that'd be number 2. Add 30 to both sides, right? So then this would be so this be negative 6x is greater than 138. And then lastly, you're gonna divide both sides by 6. Actually, we're gonna do this, and then we're gonna switch the symbol. So divide, not 6, negative 6. Divide both sides by negative 6. So then when you do that, the signs switch, right? And let me see what 138 divided by 6 is. So if I do that on the calculator, give me 1 second. Okay, so the answer is going to be, so when dividing by a negative number, switch or flip the inequality symbol. Okay, so basically, you're going to say x is less than, and you're going to do negative 23, right? So it'd be like this. So then this would be your answer, and in interval notation, it would go from negative infinity to negative 23 with a parentheses at 23 because it is not included in the interval. Now to graph it, all you're going to do is just draw a number line. So like I said, we're going to start like, I guess in the middle. Let's make this negative 23, and then let's do negative 22, negative 21, negative 20, and just do like negative 24, negative 25, negative 26, right? And like I said, you don't have to do, if they provide you with a graph, you don't have to do this, but if they don't, just do what I do and put, you know, like make the same numbers, like these are 3 numbers and these are 3 numbers. Do something like this, and where the answer that you get, whatever number is here, you put it in the middle. Okay, so this is gonna be, so we have negative 23, and we're gonna do an open circle at negative 23, and we're gonna shade it to the left because it's all the real numbers that are less than negative 23. Okay, so that is how you do these problems, guys. These were 2-step linear inequalities. In the next video, I am going to do multi-step linear inequalities. I'll have to see because I have to check what else is next. But yes, that's what I'll do in the next video. I'll have to see, but yeah. So I really hope this helps, guys. If you guys have any questions whatsoever, please let me know. And please like, comment, and or subscribe. And I will see you guys in the next video. Bye, guys.